ser restaurada.
We started our project in 2005, initially with enclosure 1 and 2. Enclosure 1 is there behind you, enclosure 2 is there in front of the movie house. Then we continue with the others, but what is important to know that between these enclosures we build underground tunnels so the birds can go from one side to the other of our forest the way they want to do so. Pocolino initially used to be a circus bear. After 2 years of the circus he was sold to a restaurant owner where he spent some more years in a cage behind that restaurant being fed it with leftover food. In 2009 we managed to bring him in here. This is one of our feeding platform. The food obviously didn't arrive in here. But if you notice on the left side there is a wildlife camera. Yeah? That's anytime you can see live images with this area. There is a water pool there on the left side. Just need to go on YouTube and access wildlife camera bear sanctuary Romania and you can see anytime images. I advise you in the morning if you want to see images from here. In the morning when the food truck comes here you can see even 20-30 bears together eating, or in the afternoon in the summertime after they do their siesta you can see them swimming in that water basin which is right there. So you can do it from your mobile phone anytime. Yeah. Okay, let's go there up on the other side where there's more bears there waiting for the first bunch. So this one here behind, it's a separated enclosure, yeah, separated from the big 69-hectare forest where most of our adults live and which is behind you. Obviously, we have 12 orphans in here. We don't know what happened with their mothers, so they are coming from the wild at different time, but I know most of them, they are very small when they arrive in here. Like the little one here, this is Brigitte. We have her since she was only 3 months old. Some tourists found her in the forest alone. So when they are that small, we have to feed them with buffalo milk. Usually we give them goat milk. All these 12 orphans now, they are almost the same age. They are 4 years and a half, 5 years and a half. So they are teenager, almost adults. By the way, bears are considered babies between 0 and 3 years. Teenagers between 3 and 6-7 years old, and adults, grown adults, after 6-7 years. But technically they can do babies from the age of 3. Yeah. So soon they will be released with the others. Already they grew up. Why we keep, when they are small, why we keep them separated from the adults? Probably you know that in the wild, if the male adult finds a baby bear unattended by the mother, they will kill that baby to have access faster to the mothers. Yeah. Probably the same thing will happen in here as well. That's why for a period of time they need to stay separated from the big adults. So we have in there, you see the one darker in color, that's Anima. Anima was crushed by a car. When she was small, she was only 1 year and a half, crushed by a car on a national road. Luckily she had only one broken knee. We did a surgery for her. Now she has a titanium plaque in the knee. We wanted to call her Robocop initially, but it sounded ironically, so we call her Anima. She recovered completely, she's alright now. Yeah. The other one, the cute blondie one in the middle, that's Kenya. She fell over the cliffs in the wild into a lake. A tourist found her in the last moment because she was very skinny, she was malnourished, she was having a beginning of paralysis. So we were afraid that she cannot make it when she arrived in here, but with the support of our doctors, she's okay now. She's alright. Regarding the feeding, because yeah, the food will come in the morning. Bears are omnivore animals. Yeah, they eat whatever we eat. Their diet here is based on 20% meat and 80% fruits and vegetables. Yeah. Once in a while, in a hot summer days like this, we give them ice cream that we make it in here to cool themselves. Yeah. Or whenever we want to spoil them, we give them honey. So we put honey in the bread, we give it to them. That's maximum satisfaction they have. They really love honey. Yeah. Now imagine having 120 bears. They eat quite a lot. So daily we give them around 2,000 kilos of food per day, 2 tons of food. That's a huge quantity. It's a challenge for us. Luckily, we are helped with the food as well daily by the big supermarkets from around the area. Yeah. So we have a deal with them. When the products are about to expire, with 2-3 days before, they sell it to us at a lower price. So they help us as well to buy cheaper food. So basically, our bears, they eat from the same place we eat from the supermarket. Yeah. So don't be too jealous on them. Look at her. We're gonna go there to hug her. Yeah? Yes? You see, these bears, they are not even bothered by our presence. They are used with us. They know we are not a threat for them. So, you know, many people, they ask us if there's any possibility that some of our bears to be introduced in the wild. From the beginning, I want to tell you that's impossible. Not because we wouldn't want, but these bears, they wouldn't survive in there, yeah? All their life, they live with humans. They receive food from humans, yeah? They know in their mental, they know where is the human is the food, and they know where is the humans. Humans will take care of them. If you release these bears, the first thing they will do is to go in the next village, the next city, because they think humans are there, they will take care of them. They don't know humans will shoot them in there, yeah? At least here with us, they have a chance. They have a chance to spend the last years of their life in our forest like any other animal, and not in one of those awful cages like we saw earlier. This is the only solution we found it for these bears. If you have any other solution, please let us know. Yeah. You see bears together. Sometimes you can see them playing together. They swim together. That's so unusual, yeah, for wild bears. You know, wild bears, they live alone in the forest. Whenever they meet each other in the forest, they fight for the food, territory, females. Our bears, look at them. They all became sociable animals. They don't fight. Why this kind of behavior? First of all, because they have enough food. Yeah, 2,000 kilos per day, it's enough. They don't need to fight for it. Second of all, you have to know that before we release any male adults with the other bears, the first thing we do is to sterilize them. So we do sterilize males, not the females. Why we need to do that? Imagine what will happen if we don't sterilize the males. That will be a demographical explosion in here, considering that a female can do at once even up to 5 babies. Yeah, so imagine what will be in here. This is not our goal. Our goal from the beginning, when we started our project in 2005, it was to release all the bears captives from Romania. And I repeat, captives. Yeah, we achieved that goal, because at this time, we rescue all of activity. They are here in our forest. But this doesn't mean that our mission is done. No, because we still do rescue bears each year, but we rescue them from the wild. So now we rescue baby orphans like this one from the wild. Why baby orphans? It's either rangers or trophy hunters that they shoot the mothers and they abandon the babies. And the babies, they are brought in here, we take care of them. Sometimes bears, wild bears, they cross our spectacular mountain road. I don't know if you heard about this road called Transfăgărășanu Road, which is, have you been there? Yes. How many bears you saw there? Only one? Transfăgărășanu Road is considered one of the most spectacular mountain roads in the world. It crosses the Carpathian from north to the south. Very nice, spectacular view in there. It's open only a few months a year because the rest of the time it's snowing there. And it's a lot of tourists going there. But when you go there, you have the chance to see wild bears by the edge of the road. I'm surprised that you saw only one. Usually there are around 19, 20 bears in there, begging for the food from the tourists. We call them beggars. So, unfortunately, there are still people, still tourists, when they go there for for a sake of a picture, when they see these bears, they stop their cart and they start to feed them, ignoring the fact that once you feed a wild bear, you condemn him to death. Because no doubt, people, sooner or later, those bears that we feed them today by the edge of the road, they will end up being shot. My goodness, no. Look at that. No shame. So, yes, no doubt that people, those bears, they will end up being killed after we feed them, because they will never go back in the wild. They will choose the easy way. Yeah, they realize that what is the human is the food. So those bears have no future. That's why we advise you, please never ever feed a bear wherever you find them. Yeah, because you will be responsible for their killing. And if the rangers will find you doing that, they will fine you, not as much as you should be, although. Second reason why we need to sterilize our male adults is obviously the money, which is very important for us. Since we are just an NGO, we are a non-profit organization, and we have not even one single penny financial support from the authorities, so we need to sell cars. Yeah? Our money mostly is coming from donations and from the tickets that you are paying for. Yeah? As well, we are limited by the space, because when we started our project in 2005, we opened it for a maximum legal capacity of 125 bears. We have already 120. Yep. In the winter we had 123, so 3 of them died in the last month. So you see, we always need to keep a balance between those bears that each year dies in here, because that will happen with all of them. That's normal, yeah. But they will die in our forest with dignity, and we keep a balance with those bears that each year we rescue them, yeah. But just to give you an example, last year we rescued 8 bears, 4 orphans and a female with 3 young babies. They were about to be killed. We didn't lose none. This year we rescued 1 orphan and we lost 3 bears. 2 years ago we lost 6 bears and we rescued 4. 3 orphans and 1 were refugee from Ukraine. 3 years ago we lost 5 bears and we rescued 14. Out of these 14, 6 of them were baby orphans. So as you can see, each year we do rescue bears. Yeah. Regarding the age, yeah, wild bears lives between 20 to 25 years. While a bear in a sanctuary like ours, we expect them to live almost double, 40, 45 years. Why our bears, they live longer in here? Look at them. See, they have no worries here. They have enough food. They don't need to worry about that. Behind these electrified fences, they feel safe and they feel secure. They know nothing can touch them. So having a life without the stress, of course, they're going to live longer. While a bear in the wild, those one has to watch their back from the natural enemies, the wolves. Yeah. As well, they have to watch their back from the main predator, which is us, humans. Yeah. Trophy hunters, rangers, authorities. So all the time they have to watch their back. Of course, they're going to live less. Our veteran here, it's a bear called Marta. She's 41 years old. It's a female. It's a little one. We rescued her 3 years ago. We rescued her 3 years ago from a zoo where she spent 38 years in captivity in a small cage. We didn't expect her to live that long. And she adjusted very well in here. She's now 41 and we hope she's going to live 2 more years, long enough to exceed our longevity record, which is detained by a bear who died this year in January. Yogi was his name, at the age of 43. So we hope Marta will do that. You saw another one, little one came on the right side. That's Maxi. Maxi, she was only 1 year as well, few months. She was going alone in a village, in the people's quarter. She was so hungry, so desperate for the food that she didn't care about the risk. So she was going in the people's quarter there, eating, looking for the food. The locals, they knew her because sometimes they used to kick her with a stick. The rangers didn't know exactly what to do with her, so they brought her here with us. Now she's here with us. Questions if you have for me? regarding the hibernation, of course our bears, they don't know what's that hibernation. They don't need to preserve their energy in the autumn because they receive the same quantity of food every day regardless the season. Summer, winter, they receive 2,000 kilos per day, so they don't need to preserve their energy for the winter, you know. Wild bears, they eat more in the autumn to increase the body fat, and in the winter when the first consistent snow comes, that's the time when they go to hibernate. They go because the snow covers the source of food. That's the only reason they do it. Our bears, they don't know what's that. We feed them every day. We are open for the tourists even in the winter time. So if you come here, you can see bears playing in the snow with pleasure, same as the kids does. This will be our last stop before we go to the exit. You see in front of you, it's a nice bear. It's a big boy with mental problems. So obviously, you see that behavior left and right.
Mm-hmm.
So he's stressed by our presence. Obviously, this is a separated enclosure in here. It's separated from the big 16-acre forest. Like this, we have more enclosures. We call it training enclosure or adjusting enclosure. Because, you know, when we rescue a bear from captivity, now imagine, we do not release him straight to the others in the big 16-acre forest because they might have a mental trauma, a mental shock. Imagine these bears, they never seen trees, grass under their feet. They never seen nature in that light. So you have to take them step by step. Yeah, that's why first we release them in a adjusting enclosure like this, where they come in touch for the first time with the nature. As well, that's the place where we analyze their behavior. And most of them, they will end up in the big 16-acre forest with the others. What we have now in here, we have a couple. We rescued him from Ukraine, from a zoo, small cage, 3 years ago, so before the war started. This is Timka, the boy, he's a big one. The female is there under that tube, she's very small, Alisa. But between them, I think the one with the biggest problem is actually Alisa, beautiful female, because Alisa is a blind bear, she doesn't see. Initially, she used to be a circus bear. After that, she was sold to the zoo, where she spent other 25 years in captivity there. At one time, together with Tinka. 3 years ago, we managed to rescue them. But Alisa, of course, being a blind bear, she had difficulties in adjusting it. She was touching the electrical wires from the interior. She was going in a circle all day long around those big trees. You see small vegetation grows in there. Yeah, so she was stressed as well. But luckily, we noticed in the last year, finally Alisa, with the sense of smell, she realized what is her area, and she feels comfortable. She's very relaxed every day. So this is a good sign that finally found a place. She adjusted. We kept the big boy with her just to keep her company. Just for Alisa to know it's always somebody with her. Tinka as well has good days and bad days. This is one of those bad days. So you see, basically his mind is not here with us. He's still in that imaginary cage. Yeah. Now, questions if you have for me, go on.
Fez o meu mazedo.
Opa, por que ninguém me diz? Como assim? Nós viemos para esta estrada, tu já deverias saber que ia haver vacas.
A minha memória é muito boa.
Olha, estes gajos eram franceses que estavam na visita também, não era?
Opa, esta está a sair fora do caminho.
Aí, já não chega até lá. Está aqui atrás.
Está um bocado tenso para sair, não está?
Estava aqui tranquilo.
Está fixe? Olha, ski.
Está fixe, está pausada.
Pausada, é.
Olha mais vacas lá. Estão à sombrinha.
Era o que eu estava a dizer, não pausa aí que começa a batata. É o mesmo estabelecimento, houve uma comunicação entre os dois. Tá. E fora carta P3.
O jogo chama-se Fazan, mas para a nossa versão vamos chamar-lhe de Bran. Basicamente, uma pessoa começa a dizer uma palavra aleatória. A pessoa que estiver a seguir a ela, tipo à direita, vai ter que começar a dizer uma palavra com as últimas duas letras da palavra anterior. Imagina que é tipo
Qual é a ordem,
cocaína.
então?
Depois o sequeira vai ter que dizer tipo
Qual é a ordem?
natural. Tipo, eu diria que é para a direita, portanto,
Menos, queira, que.
Blandina, Margarida.
Yeah.
E quando, imagina, chega à tua vez, tu não sabes dizer a palavra tipo, quase imediatamente ou pouco tempo depois.
Nós gostamos que tu perdeste.
Tu perdeste e levas tipo, a primeira palavra de Bran, na primeira letra de Bran, levas o B. A segunda vez que não conseguires dizer a palavra, levas o R. E quando dizes Bran inteiro, sais do jogo.
Yeah, parece-me bem.
Certo?
Começas tu, Francisco? Começa eu?
Já, não vale, tipo, palavras com cão e assim bloqueiam a pessoa a seguir, basicamente. O nosso objetivo é dizermos palavras difíceis que outra pessoa depois não consiga dizer.
Ah, então isso vale?
Hã?
Isso
Bom,
vale? Oh, mas...
é só em
Isto é um
português.
pouco
já.
engraçados que matam uma coisa.
Ok. Quis, começas?
Dado.
Como?
Dado.
Dado.
Dado. Dominó.
Posso dizer nome? Nós.
Não.
Nós.
Nós.
Pode ser.
Ou então,
Agora não.
ozônio, já, toma. Obrigada, mano.
Novelo.
Calma, porque é que tens ozônio?
Porque era Oz de nós.
Nós.
Não, não. Tens que começar com o nome.
Não, nós.
Não, tem que começar com Oz.
Ah, ok, já pedi só nome.
Ok, Margarida, perdeste.
Não, eu disse.
Então.
Ninguém ouviu.
Ninguém ouviu.
Ninguém disse novelo logo a
Ah,
seguir.
novelo, bora, bora.
Está na câmara.
Lobotomia.
Aí é, bem. Já estás lixado.
Yikes.
Levas o B.
Estou com o B, já. Se eu começar?
Yeah.
Anilha. Olha, aquilo não é
Tenho uma boa.
Acho que sim.
Que é aquela cidade fortificada lá em cima.
Yeah, acho que aquilo. Razão ficava logo a seguir a Bran.
Manda-me lá uma que está bem.
É de facto faz
Aí está-se bem aí à frente.
Ele queimou as. Como é que chama? Não, queimou os bigodes.
Que fofo! É tão pequenino. Soninho.
Já está fechado.
Quis? Olha, podes dizer ao vídeo onde é que estamos?
Lago Rosso.
Lago Rosso.
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 Significa Lago Vermelho.